Hello, friends. How are you? So, today we're going to talk about offshore bank accounts and just slightly touch on a second citizenship or dual citizenship. So, if you're interested, listen on. So, the basic tenets in financial matters is diversification, which means how much money should you have in a cash in a bank account, how much money should you have in stocks or equity, how much money should you have in debt instruments or bonds or debentures, how much money should you have in private deals, how much money should you have in real estate, how much money maybe you should have in overseas companies versus domestic companies. But there's another diversification that most people know nothing about, which is how much money can you move to an offshore bank account? And so when I tell this to people, their first reaction, or they have two reactions. First reaction is, gee, why would I do this? I love my country. And I've lived here, I love my country. And the other reaction is, oh my God, what you're telling me sounds shady. Is it like a legal thing? And so let me dispel you from both those things. So, number one, remember there's a difference between your country and your government. Those are two distinct things. Government is made up of people, of politicians, with whom we agree, not agree. Country is our land, with which we always have an unbreakable connection. The other part of it is illegal or illegal. In almost most of the world, I would say maybe with few exceptions, countries allow you legally to move your money outside the country. Maybe some of it, or some cases all of it, whatever. But there are rules around it, and there are. And it's not illegal. It has to be done in a proper way. There are policies, procedures. So in both cases. So then the question becomes, why should you do it? Well, you should do it because the future is unknowable and things can sometimes get far beyond our control, and society or politicians may take actions that are very detrimental to your money. Okay. So and if you think, when I tell this to people, they go, what could possibly be like that? And I tell them, just think, 5 months ago, who had thought of COVID? Right? Who had thought of these vast powers that the governments have taken over? So today it is governments in 5 months, the world has gone upside down, and governments are telling us, hey, by the way, you can go to work. No, you cannot go to work. You have to wear a mask. You have to wear a mask. Don't wear a mask. You can go to funerals. You can go to church. Don't go to church. You cannot go to temple. Cannot congregate. And now they're talking about, I'm going to trace you. Many countries are already doing that, tracing. Then they'll talk about, I'm going to do this or that. My point is, and then it could be, oh, we have spent so much money on protecting the whole society. Maybe we should take away the money from people who have it because we need it for society in general. Again, I'm not making value judgments on these things, whether these are good ideas or they're bad ideas. We're talking about money here. And money has no feelings. Money does not care about, has no emotion, has no value judgment. Money is just money. Money is, you can count it. You either have it, you don't have it, but money has no feelings. So that's why I'm not putting a value judgment, because we're talking about money and money has none of it. So then the question becomes, oh, since the government can take such an event, and can happen very quickly, so what should I do? So what we can do is look at offshore bank accounts. And then the question becomes, where should I go? Well, there are many jurisdictions, Switzerland, Luxembourg, Uruguay, Dubai, many places. Where should I go? Then it becomes, should I have it in a local bank there or a foreign bank in that country? Should I have it in a deposit account, a brokerage account, a private credit deal, a hard asset? What should I be doing? So then, because what is the legal entity I should be using? Does the country allow, or does that country allow individuals? Does it allow some corporate entities? So there are many, many, many factors that come into play. And what I would suggest to you is, what we at Ananta do is, I'm a very big believer in, don't bring me the recipe for chicken curry. Bring me the chicken. I will taste it. If it's good, I'll eat it. But don't just keep, lecturing to me about it. So that's what approach we'll take to with you. We'll get an accountant, a lawyer, look at what money, how much money, what are your goals, etc. And we are bankers ourselves. I have other associate bankers who may be even more knowledgeable in certain aspects. and they will give you a proposal. It won't be any mumbo jumbo in it. It'll be straightforward. And by the way, this discussion that we're having by what you're doing on this video is just an information. Even if you call me and we have a discussion, we cannot take on your assignment because we are regulated people. We have to all do this all on the up and up on a proper way. And therefore, I would suggest that just think that the future is unknowable, the future can turn very fast, events are unpredictable, events have ramifications, and therefore you should think fast, you should think sensibly, you should think legally. And once you made up your mind, you call us. We will set up a proper way of getting engaged with each other. But meanwhile, at least have this information and think about it. Enjoy yourself. Have a good life. Bye.